Hello everyone, welcome to my brand new Let's Play series of Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition. I'm Colonel RPG and I'm very happy to have you here hanging out with me as I start another playthrough of the many playthroughs I've done over the years of this game. Of course, today we're gonna play the Enhanced Edition, the edition of the game released by Beamdog. Originally the game was released back in 1998, I think, or 1999, by BioWare, and Beamdog a couple of years ago developed the Enhanced Edition for the game. They added a few bug fixes, they added compatibility with other resolutions apart from, I think it was back in the very low resolutions of the game back then, but now we're playing in full HD. We're gonna play with a bunch of new things that the Enhanced Edition adds, like new options. You have other things that you can change and add to the game, but still the core experience is there. And yeah, Baldur's Gate is a classic, of course. A lot of people know about this game, but yeah, I guess we're gonna get to know it together. Well, I know the game already, you probably do as well, but let's get this thing on the road. Before I create a new character, let's see the intro cinematic, and let's go ahead. He who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself does not become a monster, and when you gaze into an abyss, the abyss also gazes back at you. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Baldur's Gate 1. I do prefer the original cinematic there. They changed it a little bit to be a little bit less jarring, rather, because the old one was animated in 3D, and it was a bit odd. But I preferred it. It's a little bit more nostalgic to me. But anyway, that's the thing. What happens there? Well, an evil guy kills somebody, and yeah, that somebody is, as we'll soon know, our foster father. For right now, let's start a new game, and this is character creation. The game looks a little bit different from the original game with the Enhanced Edition. They made it for tablets as well, and yeah, they changed the UI a little bit around, made it a little bit more readable as well. And yeah, I'm gonna create a character. I'm also actually gonna import the character, but I'm gonna go through with the character creation with you guys, so you can, well, I can talk a little bit about this. So basically, male or female doesn't really matter. That I think you have, yeah, some characters will have romances with you. I'm not sure if in the first game, to be honest. I don't remember actually if there are romances in the first game. But in the second game, and of course we're gonna, in Baldur's Gate 2 I mean, we're gonna bring this character over to Baldur's Gate 2 when I'm done with Baldur's Gate 1. And yeah, in the second game we're gonna go with, there's gonna be romance opportunities for both male and female. But we're gonna play male because, well, I'm male and my voice kinda sounds like a male guy. I have a custom portrait over here, and yeah, so this guy, you can tell a few things from him already. He looks a little bit of a mage type. He looks a bit stuck up as well. Okay, so yeah, if you want to make custom portraits, you can click over here and it will tell you how to do it. Very easy, very easy. So races. Today we're gonna play as a mage. If you want to go mage, my suggestion is you go gnome, because gnome got +1 intelligence, and this actually means that you can raise your intelligence up to 19 rather than 18, and at 19 intelligence you will be able to basically learn there's gonna be no limit to the spells you're gonna be able to memorize, so it's better than having a set number of spells. Later on we're gonna be able to improve our intelligence as we level up, but for right now we're gonna just not go with a gnome. The reason why I don't go with a gnome really is mostly because, well, the gnome is a good class. I prefer the halfling class on the second game, but we don't have that. This, by the way, this is Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition, not 3 or 3.5, so it's still old rules and still a lot of stuff going on. You still have to hit armor class 0 and all that sort of stuff, taco as it is. But yeah, so I'm not gonna play as a human. I'm gonna play as a half-elf. The reason why I play as a half-elf, really, the only reason it's basically the only reason to go with human is you can dual class. That's a nice thing sometimes. If you know what you're doing, it is a nice thing. But I don't like dual classing, especially as a mage. There's going to be plenty of dual classing with some companions through the game, so I don't go with dual class. Elf is a really, really good one. They do lose Constitution. They're not really that great. Well, -1 Constitution is not that big of a deal. They're good with long swords. I like elves, paladins, stuff like that. It's good. Half elves basically are halfway through. I don't want to be an elf because, yeah, basically racism right there. I like elves, but for this guy, I'm not going to be an elf. I'm going to be an half-elf. Then you have dwarves, halflings. Oh, yeah, halfling. We have halflings here. What was I saying? Yeah, I prefer halflings over gnomes, but halflings are more for open locks and stuff like that. Gnomes are yeah, the intelligence there is pretty good, so they do make good mages, but I'm going with an half-elf. The class is, as I said, is going to be a mage, and the interesting thing about a mage, well, you can look at the classes, there's already some multi-classing here. Oh, what the hell do can I choose there? Why can I choose multi-class here? Wait a minute, is the human the only class that cannot? The only class that are also the only race that can dual class, yeah. Didn't know about that. Why can't I choose that class? Fighter, maybe it's because it's a fighter or something, I don't know. Anyway, we're going with mage, as I said. Where's my mage? Where's my mage? There it is. And mages have some restrictions. They cannot wear armor, they can only use certain classes of weaponry, and they are not very good at it anyway, so yeah. They do cast spells. And they are not like the sorcerers. By the way, the original Baldur's Gate 1 didn't have sorcerer, but the enhanced edition brings along. Yeah, that's why we have halflings here, because the enhanced edition has the rules from Baldur's Gate 2, and yeah, the character creation, you can bring in the sorcerer as well, which wasn't the case in Baldur's Gate 1. But yeah, we're gonna be a mage, and we're gonna be. This is what I was gonna get. Well, this is what I was getting at. We're gonna be a wild mage. The wild mages have, well, they have some interesting spells. Nahal's Reckless Deomer, however that's pronounced. This is an interesting spell. Basically, you cast it and you choose the spell you want to cast. Basically, this is like a placeholder. You say, I want to cast a spell. It can be any level, if I remember correctly. So it's a level 1 spell, but the thing is, sometimes it doesn't work. Oftentimes it doesn't work. As you get level up, you're going to be able to just nail it a little bit better, but it's still a good spell for a later game. And the Wild Mage does have a thing called the where's the thing? The Magic Burst? Yeah, Wild Surge, that's the one. And basically a Wild Surge generates a completely random magical effect from the spell being cast. And there's a random chance for it to happen. So sometimes we're going to kill our party members. That's what's going to happen. And I've only ever played with a Wild Mage once. I didn't like it, so I didn't play it. So this is going to be a new thing for me as well. Our alignment, another interesting thing. I do want to make this playthrough interesting for you guys as well as for me. And no, I'm not going to be chaotic good. Chaotic good is interesting for this game. Really, the game panders for good playthrough. The lawful evil and the neutral evil are not really that great. The chaotic evil is a little bit, yeah, it's what you traditionally go for. The true neutral for the second game is actually quite interesting. Well, there's a few choices they can get, if I remember correctly. But I'm gonna go with chaotic neutral. So chaotic neutral here is described as a guy who's basically crazy. Well, I'm not gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be chaotic in my thing. So I'm not gonna consider who's in front of me. I'm gonna be basically the biggest asshole ever. But I'm also gonna be neutral. So I'm not gonna be either good or evil. I'm gonna basically look out for myself and my own, basically. So that's how it's gonna go. There's gonna be method to my madness, basically. Now our abilities. Okay, so this is actually where it gets interesting, well, and where it gets boring as well. I'm gonna try to re-roll a few 80s. 85, that was good. Yeah, basically for this class, I think the maximum we can get is 86. I didn't do the math. You might be able to get 87. I got an 80, no, actually, I think I got 88. Or did I get 86? I don't remember. But yeah, I'm gonna import a character. But anyway, you need to re-roll. It's a little bit cheaty, but it is what it is. I mean, if you're playing with a proper dungeon master, Dungeons & Dragons, it's not gonna allow you to re-roll. You're gonna be stuck with a 72 or something. But I'm gonna go with an 83 here. So basically for a mage, what you want to have is 16 Constitution, because above 16 there's no bonuses unless you're a gnome, and I think there might be another race that gives you bonuses above 16. For intelligence, you want to have maximum intelligence. Maximum intelligence here is important because the number of your intelligence score is going to dictate the amount of spells you're going to be able to memorize. So you need to have 18, and at 19, if you level it up once more, you're going to be able to just get rid of that minimum. That's what all that intelligence is good for. Although I think there are some spells that basically work off your intelligence. Wisdom is a little bit of an interesting thing. It's not necessary for wisdom is not necessary for mages, but it is necessary for druids, if I remember correctly. And I think there's another class like bards, I think, also use wisdom. So wisdom is also for minimum spells and all that, spells that you're able to learn. And you want to have 16 because well, basically Baldur's Gate 2. That's all I'm gonna say. You want to have 16 for every character that you make. And our charisma, you want to have as high dexterity as possible. I have 18, I think, because it gives you the armor class, so it's important. And then charisma, you don't have 10 is fine. If you want to go with low strength, which you can go, you want to have at least 15 charisma, because at that point you start getting better prices on shops and stuff like that. But for right now, it's all good. So yeah, let's look at our skills. Skills, I'm gonna go with a sling. I'm gonna now spells. Spells are very important for a mage, of course. Well, duh. Now you want to bring this one just because, yeah, you're gonna want it later on. But what you want to focus on early on in the game is not damage dealer. So don't go with magic missile. Magic missile is cool. Don't go with shield. Nah, it's fine. Go with sleep. And if you want to go with charm up here, that's pretty good. Grease is also very interesting, although slow is also pretty good. Do I have... No, slow is level 2, I think. So yeah, I don't remember which spells I picked. I think I picked this one, and I picked... Oh yeah, Find Familiar, that's one. That's right, I'm gonna cast my Familiar as soon as possible, because Familiar, I think, gives you a bonus to health or something. It says over here... Oh yeah, so when a familiar dies, yeah, so you don't want to have your familiar die at all, ever. So you want to have it in your inventory and be done with it. So we're gonna cast our familiar very, very soon. Now I'm gonna go with that one and that one. That's how I chose my character. Our appearance, the game actually does a fairly good job at detecting the colors, or is that random? I don't know. But it's not exactly these colors. It doesn't matter. And our voice is gonna be this one.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Oh yeah.
Well, of course.
Of course. Yeah, and our name is gonna be Marcos. Marcos is a badass name, and I like it, so I'm gonna import my character because of the reroll thing. That's Melkor over there, the one that I played before my last playthrough. I still have it on the computer. Let's import that one and change his appearance. That's the colors I want.
Let's give them...
That's the one, and that's the name. So this is Marcos. Look at him. 18 dexterity, 16 constitution. Yeah, you also want constitution because of health. I actually didn't look at that. And this is how it goes. And these are my spells. One sling. Let's get going. Oh yeah, difficulty. It used to be that you didn't choose this at the beginning. Ooh, what is this? Legacy of Baal. Enemies have all the benefits of insane difficulty as well as significantly more hit points. Improved to hit armor class 0. I'm gonna call it Taco. Better saving throws and just basically... can only be selected at the start of the game. Oh, I'm not gonna play with that. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna play with core rules simply because I like having a fair thing. I usually play on hard if I'm playing by myself. But yeah, I'm not gonna play it like that on the channel. Sorry, guys.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
Yep. And? Yeah, I had to do that. I had to do that. Yeah, this is,
You have but to ask.
Yes, Marcos, yes. This is Candlekeep. Candlekeep is the starting location for Baldur's Gate 1, and we never come here again. Well, not in Baldur's Gate 2 anyway. So yeah, we are on a leave because Gorion, our foster father, wants us to leave, basically. So, before we do, and this is not going to happen, I think maybe it's going to happen at the end of next episode, but for right now, we're going to explore all of this place. There's going to be a whole lot of stuff going on in here. We got a tutor over here who's going to say us something stupid, I think.
Hello, child. Shall we continue your lessons?
No, nothing for now. Okay, so yeah, I think to remember he's saying something that, don't click me or something. Might be wrong. Hey, Fleedia, what's up?
Hello there.
Oh, hello, hey, have you seen my copy of the History of Alrua anywhere? You know how I can't stand the constant shuffling of arthritic feet up in the library, so I thought I'd get a bit of fresh air just east of here, and, oh, I hate being so absent-minded. Please, if you find it, I really need to eat back. Yes. Candlekeep. So you're gonna get a bunch of log books, entries, and all that. That's pretty cool. Candlekeep is a place where a lot of people come here. So you're gonna find people from all over the place in here, where traditionally you would anyway. So we're gonna look for her book. I know where it is. I think I know where it is. Actually, I might have. No, yeah, I know where it is. We got tutors all over. They're gonna tell us about how to game works and all that. We got Drappin. Hello, Drappin. What's up?
What do you need?
Hey, Fleedia left one of her books in here again. It's in the hay there, besides the cow. If you could run it over to her and then come back, I've got some plans for you. Okay, if you have some plans for me, that's all good. And, oh yeah, the sounds of this game, by the way, I love the sound engineering in this game. Basically, they went for very stony, very stony feel. There's pebbles and just the gems and all that. It's just perfect. The sound for the inventory and, like, this sound. Yeah, awesome. Hey, Fleedia. My! Oh, you remind me of Gorion when you green like that. Raising you has been hard on him, I know, but he says it's a toil of love, a toil of destiny even. You must be a very special child indeed, to draw such praise from a man of his silent nature. Here, take this little gem of mine. Maybe Winthrop will give you a little something for it. Winthrop, huh? Okay. Poor absent-minded. Yeah, we're getting a bunch of those over there. Don't worry, that's gonna be useful for later, but not for right now. So yeah, let's have a chat with the guy. By the way, you can zoom in and out. You can lock the zoom level if you want to, but yeah, I'm not gonna zoom in most of the time. Nice day, ain't it? Too bad NASA here ain't enjoying it though. Her being sick and all. I need to get her to one of those potions of antidote of Hull. He stayed up drinking last night and got hauled out of bed to mend the gates early this morning, so I bet he's got a few of them lying around somewheres. Yeah, so he wants, that's a quest for us. Basically, no, I don't have, it's Bessie. Bessie? Was it Bessie? I don't know. But anyway, let's go in here before we go to the inn. By the way, actually, I probably should go to the inn immediately. So the inn is over here, right where we start, and in there we're gonna find, I don't remember his name. Why don't I remember his name? Oh, by the way, another thing that half-elves have is, by the way, they don't have 20 years as far as I remember. But yeah, one thing that they have is infravision. Infravision basically allows them to see in the dark, which is pretty interesting and pretty cool early on in the game because you're going to be on the lookout for enemies and all of that. I'm going to have to disable his but to ask. Yeah, I'm not his command things. So yeah, let's have a chat here with Winthrop. This is the guy that Fleedia was talking about.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Well, hello there, young one. Come to visit your old pal Winthrop, have ye? Well, don't forget the 100,000 gold pieces book entrance fee as per Candlekeep's customer, don't you know? You always were a big kidder, Winthrop. That gets funnier very nearly every time I hear it. Well, perhaps not quite so often. Ah, just having a bit of fun with you, my friend. Monks may be walking about with poles in their nethers, but you know you were always welcome here on my site. Gorion did well by you, he did. So, is there anything I can do for you? Some drinks, a room to sleep, or anything to buy? And by the way, I do apologize for my stupid, extra terrible accents, but yeah, I'm not a native speaker, so you'll have to excuse me. I'm gonna do my best, though. So, yeah, something sure. What do you have? Oh, no, not rooms. I want this. Let's see what he has. I can sell him this one, and actually you should sell to people who like you more. There's like levels in the game, so people who like you, you should sell them because they have better prices. So let's look around. What do I need? So no drinks, no drinks. So what do I need? I am gonna need a, well, my main weapon is gonna be a ranged one. I can change my color here. Oh, that's right. So what do I need? I need pretty much everything. But I think we should be okay for right now. I'm not going to buy anything for right now. We're going to look around. We're also going to save the game. Oh, it's locked. Oh, yeah, that's right. Some of these you can open, but only if you have the ability to open it. We have our spells here, but no. Oh, yeah, that's right. So how do I? Oh, there we go. Yeah, we don't have an ability to do anything. Let's talk to this nobleman.
No time to chit-chat.
Step up to the heat, young one. You'll need a good fire to warm the chilled stares from these monks. Most inhospitable they are. Isn't that so lovely? Lovey. Oh, yes, darling. They are most standoffish. I would not let it concern you, milady. Perhaps they are not used to wealth such as yours. You're quite wealthy, are you not? Bring a lot of expensive jewelry with you? I shouldn't answer that, lovey. Seems as though this scoundrel might be trying to get a bit too familiar. Sizing up the potential loot, I should think. Best that you move along, lest the local constabulary get involved. Oh, yes, maybe. I'm gonna get your...
Pleasure to meet a socially acceptable person, such as yourself.
Yeah, that's not what she said. She said she would rather have me leave. But this is... Oh, that's right, Firebead. I always said Firebird for some reason. I'm a dumbass. Anyway, let's have a chat. This is the guy that I was talking about this name.
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
Ah, yes, I'm back within the hallowed halls of Candlekeep. With this iron crisis upon us, the trip from Barracks was more hazardous than I care to relate. You're Gorion's ward, aren't you? My, you have come into your own, if you would permit an old man jealous of youth to say so. I left an identity... by the way, if I were female, that would have been a little bit weird. But maybe it's a little bit weird as well, I don't know. I left an identify scroll with Tethril in the inner grounds. You should be done examining it by now, so if you could fetch it for me, I'd be grateful. I'm not sure I want to fetch it for you, man. Maybe I do. It's gonna be fine, though. Let's go upstairs.
It shall be as you wish.
Yes, it shall. Let's look around. That's locked. I think... Actually, I think you need to max your lockpick to be able to pick these locks, if I remember correctly. I remember playing, maybe it's different in the enhanced edition or something, but most of this stuff is locked. There's some interesting stuff in there, I think, like, it's not very important. So let's save here before I screw things up. Oh, this is locked, okay.
Don't touch me. I might catch something.
My apologies. I have been knee-deep in terms of the keep all day, and I'm in quite the fog as a result. Oh, indeed, such a wondrous depository it is. I have returned on many an occasion, much to my banker's dismay, and have not even scratched the surface of the collection here. Would that it were so for all of my noble brethren. I fear many come to the keep merely to proclaim that they did. I suppose it make them appear more intelligent, though simple quizzing places the majority of them securely about the chimp level. I'm sorry, I tend to rebel. Good eve to you. Yeah, so he doesn't really do anything. Just people who are finding here. So yeah, as you can tell, they are coming here for all over the place. Let's have a chat with this noble.
Away with you, beggar.
Whoa, my apologies. Simple mistake and no cause for excitement. So watch your words or I'll be forced to feed them to you. What? Well, I have never been treated in such a manner. Begone, lest I call the guard to remove you. Yeah, so he was being rude to me. That is locked. Let's get out of here. So, yeah, we have a couple of quests, and we're basically gonna explore all...
You have but to ask.
Yes, let's but to ask.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
In a trice? I like this voice. This voice is pretty cool. So we're not going... Let's look at the map. Ooh! Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. pretty cool. This is basically the accessible. This all enhanced edition. I think the last time I played it was with an enhanced edition, but before that it wasn't. Anyway, this down here is where we're going last. This is Candlekeep itself. That's the inn. That's the temple of Okuma and the storehouse. We need to go down here, so we're going down there. Let me scroll with a middle click, because that's the proper way to scroll. And let's also press tab, just in case there's something around here. We're gonna find people more than actually stuff to loot and stuff like that. But yeah, you can press tab to look at stuff. Got a tutor over here, a watcher over there. Let's go ahead and just get this money from here, because why not?
I could take Drizzt with both my arms tied behind my back.
I was in one of the great spires of the keep last night and saw the strangest sight. The horizon was aglow for a time, as though many a man carried torches in the distance. Usually there are only merchants on that path, though never at night. Bandits, perhaps, but so many. I don't know. Thankfully, quiet here today as usual. I hear there are problems outside, though, something about an iron shortage. Yeah, we've heard about that. So this is the barracks. Let's go in here, because this is where we're gonna find...
You have but to ask.
Fuller. Huh.
I should have joined the army.
Aren't you in the army? Shut up. What? No, he's not in the army. Oh, what a meat-filled night. That hole is just too much. Poor sap had to go man the gate this morning, too. I don't know how he does it. What can I do for you, anyways? I was just wondering if you had any errands I could run? Errands? Yeah, actually, I need a quarrel of crossbow bolts. If you could get some off Winthrop at the inn, I'll reimburse you. Oh, very well. There'll be a few coins in it for you, too, so you can stop giving me that look. Yeah, we have an errand. We're gonna need to go back either way. Can I loot this place? I seem to remember I can. That's yeah, it's hulls. Yeah, we're gonna need that one later anyway, so let's just get that one. Usually in the game you can steal pretty much everything, but not in some places. Well, at least here, I seem to recall that's not a problem if you steal everything. So yeah, let's keep looking around. This is the bunkhouse. That's not where Hull is. Hull is at the gate, and the gate, of course, is over there. So we're gonna need to go there. But for right now, let's see some money over there. Important. Money is not that important, but still important enough.
I have a blade with your name on it.
Oh, this guy doesn't like us. Here, dear. You're Gorian's little whelp, aren't you? Yeah, you match the description. You don't look so dangerous to me. And, what business is that of yours? I'll make it my business if please. Just thought I'd have me a look at you for myself before I put a blade down your gullet. Someone seems to think you're trouble, so I'm gonna use your head for a ticket out of the gutter. I'm just a little street trash hood, they say, and I'll show him. So yeah, this is combat. Combat is, of course, turn-based with pause, and no, actually, real-time with pause, not turn-based with pause. The turn-based mechanics of Dungeons & Dragons do play behind the whole real-time thing of it all. So you're gonna look at, yeah, basically guys looking at each other for a long time, and yeah, even though time is passing. So let's kill this guy. Carbos is his name. Or was his name, should I say. I'm not a melee fighter, but this is an easy battle here. It should be an easy battle. I cannot save during combat. I think I have an autosave. It's actually gonna take a little while. Can I cast? Yeah, I should cast a familiar immediately. Shouldn't I? Let's cast that later. There we go. That's a hit. How much was that for? 2 crushing damage. Yeah, exciting. No, not really. Yeah, later on we're gonna be able to find friends, but for right now, we don't have friends. Come on. He's not hitting us. Oh, seriously? Ugh. Man. People already trying to kill me. I haven't even left Candlekeep. Or actually, yeah, Candlekeep. That's the one. That's the one, right? Come on, don't hit me. Don't kill me. Choop. I need to kill you, man. Oh, this is bad. Can I put you to sleep? Let's cast that one, because we're not going to need to sleep ourselves. So let's just get that cast. There we go. That's the kill. Didn't I click there?
As you wish.
There we go. Get that thing. Let's look around. So we have nothing. Okay. Yeah, by the way, I didn't pick Quartermaster proficiency, or whatever, proficient I think is what it is. We got a bunch of here. What is that? Oh yeah, someone wishes me dead. Gorion is right to think we are no longer safe here, though I have no idea why someone would want to cause us harm.
Something on your mind?
I heard shouting. Marcus, are you alright? Well, it is better you don't ask questions, Karen. You have instructed me and inspired me throughout my childhood, and your heart would break to see what just transpired here. Oh, child, you are too young for the life that is being thrust upon you. If you be fully equipped for your journey, I pray you run now to Gorion on the library steps, for he is anxious to depart. No, sir, I don't have time for such strife matters.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
No, no, no. No, 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 we shall not. We shall end the episode because we are out of time, and we shall continue looking around this place and doing favors for everybody because there's a lot of people around, and we're gonna need to meet them and get some experience under our belt. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to my channel if you're new here. I play a lot of RPGs and other games as well. But above all, above everything else, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.